drill music and the funny number 67, ha 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 ha, are products of capitalism. Now just wait, I'll explain how. Alright, that's just my cat. Alright, so capitalism is a hierarchical structure where we have the owning class on top of the working class. And how it works is that the owning class owns the means of production and the workers create the products that are necessary. Anyways, so that's about it. That's the simplest way I can think of it. I don't know the script for this. I'm just kind of saying stuff. Flies. But yeah. In capitalism, you have the upper class, which is typically the owning class, the middle class, and the lower class. Now, those two, the middle and lower class, would be considered the working class, the proletariat, as some people call them. But yes, they work and they make the means of production. The middle class tends to be typically stable, and the lower class has less goods than other people. Now, I'm against this form of system, to be honest, but that's not what this is about. We're talking about drill music, like Chicago drill music, like Chief Keef, and who's the other guy? I'm not the biggest drill fan. King Von, that's the name I'm thinking of. All right. And then we're talking about the funny haha number that's everywhere for some reason. That was stupid. Anyways. So yes. So drill music has deep roots in like a street culture. Lots of lyrics about like gang violence and gang related stuff like that. But yes, it was started in Chicago, if I'm correct, by a musician like a Chief Keef, I believe. I probably should do more knowledge on this, but this is just the basic shit, I guess. But then it moved across the world to the UK, to what would be some other prominent drill scenes aside from the one I'm about to get to? Also, Lizard, get over here. I said, get over here. Hey, get over here. Hey. Well, I can't see anymore. It's gone past the thingy. But yeah, it's got UK drill. There's other drill scenes out there, but I don't recall which is which. Anyways, so the drill that I'm talking about now is Philly drill, which, if you are unaware, is drill from Philadelphia. Now, this was started by someone known as Jay Skilla. I think that's the name, right? Yeah, I think I got that right. Yeah, Philly drill is something I do honestly want to get into. It feels interesting. A lot more sparse, less trap drum based. It's interesting. Hop Out Blick would also be another Philly drill rapper, or at least in the same style. I believe he's also from Philly. But anyways, so Jay Skilla, he made the funny number song. The song is called Doot Doot, in parentheses 6-7, ha 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 ha. My reputation's gonna tank after this. What am I doing? Anyways, so yeah, Jay Skilla. I'm trying to get that lizard. Jay Skilla made the 6-7 song. Have I listened to it? No. Do I know what it's about? No. Do I know if it has anything to do with like money or like street culture? No. I probably should be doing this sort of stuff And I might make an update on this video later, but this is just kind of a joke. I just thought of a funny, like, little correlation between this and that. So what I'm getting at is Philly drill came from normal drill, and the big Philly drill guy made the 6/7 song. But I haven't exactly tied it to capitalism yet. And this is something a bit more recent I've thought of. But gang culture might have some relation to capitalism in a way. Mostly with, like, drug gangs. So, for drug gangs, the reason why some people join drug gangs is because it's an easy way to make some money. It's the only way some people can really get by in a good way that's, like, at least somewhat fulfilling. Actually, we'll get back on that, but, like, the structure of a drug gang is also very hierarchical, with the drug lords on top making big bucks, and then you have, like, the foot soldiers, or the guys who actually sell the drugs. They don't make... I thought there was a bug on my leg. They don't make a lot of money. They make under the minimum wage, actually, and at least according to the book that I'm reading currently, Freakonomics. But, yes, they don't make a lot of money, and again, they have it's a very dangerous job, if you want to call it that. It's a very dangerous way to make money. That's kind of what I'm getting at here. Damn, something heat. But yes, I would say that it's related to capitalism by, the whole gang aspect, where, like, some people are joining in to make big money that they can't really get in other places, and they don't have, like, a high education, because, like, there's one neighborhood in Chicago where it's, like, not the greatest in terms of, like, how it's supported, and, like, what's the word, like, I don't want to say, I guess higher degrees of education. That's what I'm looking for. And so that leads to some, like, gang violence in Chicago. Because, like, there's certain neighborhoods which just aren't doing well. And that's not good, obviously. We should help those neighborhoods. But, that was a good knuckle crack. But anyways, we should help those neighborhoods, and those neighborhoods have a lot of gang problems, I would say, because of those issues. And those issues could stem from capitalism, because there's the lizard. Hey. It's on my hand! Yippee! Oh. Say hey to little dude. But yeah, we gotta help out those places. And those places are impoverished because of the hierarchical system of capitalism. I don't know. I haven't looked exactly into, like, what could cause it, but there's a reason for it. Some people haven't been supported well. A lot of drug members, the foot soldiers, they do live with their moms to support them. So there is something economically going on in those places. But it is an issue that does need to be fixed. So what I'm getting at is capitalism created gangs, and gang culture has a relation to drill music. I'm not saying gang culture made drill, but it definitely influences a good chunk of the lyrics. I thought there was something on my alarm. Definitely. Let me find my word. It definitely influences some lyrics of drill music, and drill music got around the world eventually to Philly drill, where the creator of Philly drill, Jay Skilla, made the 6/7 song. Again, this is just mostly a bit of a joke, just for fun. I might, like, revise this and, like, do more research with, like, an actual script, which could also be fun. I didn't intend for this to have a script, but I'm just recording out here with nothing. Because, why not? Why the fuck not? Hope you enjoyed this absolute slop. Love you guys.